What's up, guys? It's Tay Nelson again. Every so often I get the question, what did I do before I started my marketing agency? So yes, I'm from Alaska. Yes, I went to high school there. Yes, I was in the military. Since I got out of the military in 2014, I believe, I've had 20 jobs since I've been out of the military, which is, 5-6 years, right? So I was a phlebotomist. I've been a phlebotomist before. I've been a apheresis technician, which is basically like a platelet tech. It's like another procedure for phlebotomy. It's like the step up. I've been a FedEx driver. I worked as a bread delivery. So I was delivering bread at Walmart, working at a company named Franz. And they actually made the bread, and I would have to show up at 2 a.m. and deliver the bread till like 9 a.m. So it was the worst job I ever had. I've been a mechanic. I've been a service writer. I've been a shop manager, a mechanic shop manager. I've been in various commercials working at various companies. I've been in a commercial when I used to work at the blood bank, when I used to draw blood. I've been in commercials for a phone service, a cable company. I've been in a few commercials. So if you live in Anchorage, Alaska, you've probably seen this face, because everywhere I go in Anchorage, people are always like, I recognize you, and it's probably because of commercial. I've worked as a yardman at not even sure what it was. It's not a junkyard, but what they did was they installed plows onto trucks and hitches and all that stuff and crazy lights and stuff like that. I worked the yard. I've had a client's manager job. Basically, there's this profession called direct service provider, I think. And basically what they do is they take care of old people, disabled people. They take them out, they go to their house, they play video games with them. They basically chaperone them and feed them and cook them food. And I think you have to be like a CNA or a medical assistant to do that job. I was a manager for that. I basically handled all the clients, did all the paperwork. I also did forklifting repair. I was a diesel mechanic. I worked on the slopes, the Alaska slopes, if you know anything about that. I also worked as a commercial plumber, like a pump technician. Pumps in commercial buildings, they go into the ground. I worked as a pump technician before. I worked as a forklift driver. I worked at Wendy's. I worked at Chuck E. Cheese. I worked at Lens Crafters. Basically, I made I made glass lenses. I've been a security guard. My most recent job before I started my agency, I was a manager at a weed shop, which to me at the time was my dream job. Tips, bonus, high salary, and I get to smoke weed, right? So that was like my dream job. I literally left my dream job to pursue my entrepreneur dreams, because in reality, my entrepreneur dreams was my dream job. I just didn't know it. I didn't believe it. I didn't believe that anyone could make money from home. I don't know why I thought everything was a scam. Probably you're like that right now too. You think everything's a scam. But trust me, there are a lot of scams out there, but not everyone's scamming. I also had various jobs at the car dealership. For some reason, I can't remember the name of the title, but I was in contact with the banks, making sure, all the stipulations and, everything went through. So I was the contact for the bank. I seen all the deals. I got to run all the numbers. I was the one that put the deals together. I think they call it a contract specialist. I've been a contract specialist. I've been a safety manager, and man, I think that's probably all of them. Maybe there's like one or two that I'm missing, and I'm sure I've had over 20 jobs. I think the last time I counted with my mom, it was like 21 or 23 or something like that. But I've had so many jobs, and only 2 of them were more than 6 months. When I was working at the blood bank, that one was maybe 2 years, and every other job was 1 to 3 months. Oh, and I was a manager at a gym before. At Body Renewal, or is it Body Renew? I don't know. Yeah, I was a manager at a gym before. That job lasted a week. And mind you guys, this is a true story. I've never put in a 2-week notice ever at any job. I've always just ghosted. So like right now on my old phone, like I have a bunch of voicemails where where I just didn't show up to work for like 3 days in a row. And I've had cops come to my house doing health and wellness checks, just because my bosses at my old jobs were worried, like, where am I was a good worker. I always worked hard. I always got promoted, and just one day I would just decide not to show up. So I've had cops show up to my house. I've had managers show up to my house. I've had directors show up to my house. I've been fired through voicemails. I've been yelled at through voicemails. I've had managers cry on the phone thinking I'm dead. You know, this stuff has all happened to me, all because I'm just not man enough to tell a company I don't want to work there anymore. I'd rather just ghost them. So I don't believe I'm like that anymore. I believe I have more respect for people's time in business now because I am a business owner myself. But at the time when I was working, I did not give a fuck. I did not care. I would ghost a company and go work with another company. And there's been times where I've seen, you know, old bosses out at Walmart at the store, and I would just literally just put my head down and keep going, you know? Yeah, so only reason why I'm talking about this is because a lot of people ask me, you know, what did I do before I was a marketing agency owner, before I was a consultant, before I sold courses, before I was an entrepreneur, before I was a YouTuber, what did I do? And I just told you. So if you had any of those jobs, let me know how it was for you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. My name is Tay Nelson, and I'll be back with the next video.